I'm your host, Emmanuel. You can call me Brahima. This is Summer Hut Sessions. Today I'm joined with Ayerboah Osei, podcaster, aspiring filmmaker, writer, and also an aspiring lawyer. She does a lot, so we're here to talk to her to find out a lot more about what she does and how she gets on with life. So let's go. Hi Ayerboah.
Hi Emma.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good too. I mentioned like 4 things. I don't think that I mentioned all of them, but just tell us, who is Ayerboah first of all?
Okay, so my name is Irama Ayerboah Osei. I am a voiceover artist.
Okay.
I am an aspiring filmmaker. I'm also a writer.
Okay.
And I'm an aspiring lawyer. I have 2 sisters.
Yeah.
One is a doctor, one is a pharmacist.
Okay.
My parents are both doctors.
Yeah.
Basically that's it. I think I'm a funny person. People say that a lot, but it's only when I'm under pressure that I can be funny. When I say I'm under pressure, it means when I'm in a situation with people, and I feel awkward or I feel like the nerves kicking in, then I just say silly things. So that's what people say, that I'm funny or something. Basically that's it.
Okay.
That's who I am.
That's nice. You mentioned you're from a family, 5, so everyone else is a doctor.
Not everyone
and
else.
A pharmacist.
And a pharmacist. I also have a cousin who's a nurse.
Okay. So why is it that, like, from a family of medical practitioners, you chose to study law?
Oh, I didn't choose it.
Oh, okay.
It chose me.
Hey.
Because even if I decided to go to the medical field, I don't think it would have worked out for me, because everything in my life just moved towards the arts. Let me say the arts. Well, because my favorite subject in primary school was English. Every time they write something in my report, it is she likes reading, and so that's just it. It's just something that's just who I am. Maybe they say Fabia Mensa woman. Now I guess I'm the Mensa in the house. So I didn't choose it. Basically, it chose me. And for law was not I won't say it was my first choice.
Okay.
I always liked watching TV. It was every time my mom would be like, put it off, before you go, it will still be there. But I just liked watching TV a lot, and I just wanted to be like the people that I saw in the TV. So I was thinking, okay, when I grow up, I'll be an actress or something like that. But then along the line, I watched The Cosby Show, and then I liked the character Claire Huxtable. She was a lawyer in The Cosby Show. Everyone, when I tell people that's the reason I wanted to become a lawyer, they find it strange, because people say they want to be a lawyer because they want to help people, or maybe they want to
change the system.
Exactly, just do something nice. But for me, it was just seeing Claire Huxtable, the powerful black woman who was a lawyer in the series, and I was like, okay, I want to be like her, so that I can be talking like her and everything. So that was around JHS.
Okay.
So I went to SS. I went to Achimota School, and then I did the general arts so that I can pursue that dream. And then I went to Mount Crest University to read law. Okay. And well, here I am. So.
Here you are. So what did you feel? Have you ever felt like any pressure from any family members that why are you not studying medicine?
Not at all. Okay. My parents have always been supportive of everything that I do. They're not the type of parents to tell you what to do. Yeah. I say that a lot. Don't tell me what to do. They don't tell me what to do. They're always supporting me. I remember telling them that I wanted to go, just go straight into the acting. Okay. But they were like, it's good that you want to do this, but sometimes in this field, you need something to fall back on. Let me just say, you need to go far with your education, and told me that I can do all. I don't have to limit myself to just one thing,
Okay.
because it's not always secure. You get to a point in this field where you need more. So yeah, you want to be an actress. Nobody is saying don't be an actress, but
you just need something else.
you just need something else to back it.
Okay.
There's no pressure.
That's nice. Yeah, it's good to have supportive people behind you.
But I do feel personal pressure sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like maybe I'm not doing as much. Perhaps sometimes it just comes into my head.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to. Everyone is doing this. They are going somewhere. My own is taking long, kakra, you know. But that's just it.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. My next question would be, how did you discover your talents, your many talents?
Another funny story. After watching Camp Rock, the first Camp Rock movie. I remember the lead in the movie.
Yeah.
She had a book where she would write her songs in it, and at that time I didn't really know that I could write poetry, apart from the time that my class 6 teacher told us to write a poem about the Black Stars, and then I wrote one, and he was like, oh, it's nice, and I was like, okay, maybe I have something there, but I didn't really think much of it.
Okay.
But then after watching the movie, I was like, I wanted to have a book where I would write stuff in as well. And so I started writing poetry.
Yeah.
I even started writing songs, but that was very horrible. So I just stuck to the poetry, and I did that. I did more of that in SS, and then after SS. And then later on, I figured I wanted to move from poetry. So I went to the Creative Writing Academy, where I, started to learn about story writing, playwriting, screenwriting, and all of that. So that's the writing talents one.
Yeah.
Then for the voice, the voiceover, I don't really remember how that started. All I know is someone called me one time, and then I didn't want to talk to the person, so I was like, the number you're calling is not reachable. The thing that they say, and then the person was like, oh, this girl. So okay, I thought, okay, the person really believed it. So I started to record myself on my phone, just playing around with those things. And one time my friend was like, post it on Twitter, tell people that you do this. And then that's when I got a lot of praise for doing that. And that's how I discovered that one as well. What else do I do?
You host a podcast.
Yes, I host a podcast. For that, after posting my voice-over thing on Twitter, someone told me to start a podcast. But it was only after a year that I actually started it. So, yeah.
At which time did you go to the Creative Arts Academy?
That's after university.
Okay.
I did it while I was doing my national service.
Okay.
It's just an online. I don't actually go to classes. I do it online. So that's when I started it.
Okay.
I'm almost done.
Oh. How long is it? 2 years, 3 years?
It's a year.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's fine. That's okay. So how do you balance all these things with law?
I even forgot to add that I also do YouTube. I also have a YouTube channel, even though I haven't posted in a while. For that YouTube, I'm trying to rebrand myself. But for my YouTube, I perform my poetry.
Okay.
I do it in my own kind of way over there. But how do I balance it? I don't think it's even hard to balance what I do, because I don't do much, even though it seems like a lot. I write on my own time.
Okay.
I do voiceover work when it comes, and I have my classes when classes are in session, and then I study when I have to study. So everything, I don't have pressure. There's no pressure on me. I do everything in my own time when I feel like it. Nobody tells me what to do. So that's how I do it. It's not hard right now. Maybe because a lot of jobs aren't coming in.
Yeah.
But when they do, maybe I'll come and answer this question again. For now, it's fine.
Okay. So you still want to be an actress though? Or
I'm not really sure about that. When I think about it, I feel like I can't cry on the spot. And maybe if I go to school for it and I learn how to do it properly, then I'll come back and visit it. But for now, I just want to write and let people come and ask for me. So I'm on that track.
No problem. And you mentioned that you do your on your YouTube channel, you do your poetry in your own way. What do you mind sharing your own way?
What's my own way? So my poems are there. I remember one episode. I went back to my books. The book that I usually write my poem in when I was in SS. When I started writing after I watched that Camp Rock movie. So I started reading randomly from each page what I had written back then, and I started to laugh at myself because obviously I have grown from that type of writing, and I was asking myself what a 15-year-old was going through that she was writing all those gloomy things. But apparently all my poetry is usually dark and gloomy. I think it's a lot of things, but it has improved. So that's one thing I do, and then so I just recite it in a nice way, I should say. So that's my own way of doing that.
Okay.
But hopefully I hope to start. I've done a couple of vlogs as well.
Okay.
There was one time last year that I became obsessed with some people from Big Brother. I became obsessed with them. So I joined WhatsApp groups with other obsessed fans like myself. And around December, we had a hangout. So I did a vlog about that. And what else? So I hope to do more vlogging. When I start school again. So doing a lot of that. So
that's cool.
That's for my YouTube.
Okay. So out of all of these ones, including law, which one do you enjoy best?
I don't want to pick. I like them all.
Like them all.
I'm lying.
I know. I can tell.
I like writing most of all. I spend a lot of time by myself writing, and I don't know. There's a lot of freedom when I do, because I can write anything I want, and I can develop it anyhow I want. I don't have to remember it because I wrote it, so it's easier for me. And so I think writing is the one I like the most. That is dearest to my heart.
That's good. How far do you plan on taking all of them?
I plan on taking it very far. I want to be a writer at the same time, be a lawyer at the same time, be a filmmaker. So if I can find a way to fuse it all, I will. And I'll make myself go very far, and then people will come back to this interview and see that I've blown. So they should watch out.
Amen. Okay, I don't think I've asked about your podcast, so tell us a bit about your podcast.
My podcast is Ayoruba Speaks Literally, available on all podcast platforms.
All podcast platforms.
I started it because another secret too. I talk to myself a lot. And my mother or my sister will be like, who is there? It's like, oh, it's just me. And I'm talking about. I'm not crazy. I'm very, very fine. No, there's a lot of sense within me, but I do that randomly, and I felt like, okay, why don't I let people listen to the things that I talk about? So let me just start the podcast, because I remember someone telling me that I should start a podcast. So I did, and on the podcast I talk about anything that comes to my mind. So the random things or the random thoughts that shape my personality. Is food, that is writing, that is my friendships, that is anything. So I've done one on food blogging and an episode on writing. I had some writers that I knew that came on the podcast. So that's basically what it's about. It's not anything serious. It's just for leisure. It's just for hobbies. And I hope it goes far. I'm almost done with the first season of the podcast. So
okay, how many episodes do you have now?
Currently, I have 9 episodes.
Okay.
I am hoping to air the 10th one, which will be the finale.
Okay.
Soon.
Okay, so you're doing all these things. People also might want to be a podcaster, might want to be this. So if I'm now starting out, what will you tell me?
So I'm here now, I'm still starting, but the thing, let me start with writing. If you want to start writing, I've learned that the only way you can write is to write. So you just start by writing. There's no bad idea. It's just a poorly developed idea. So as you keep writing, you just keep developing it. Ask your friends to criticize your writing, everything. You don't have to be defensive about it. I have been told that I can be a bit defensive about my writing because how can you tell me what to do, you know? But it's just easier to just get a couple of friends and let them go over what you've written and you know, so you can develop it properly. And for the podcasting, everything is already there. Just find something you're interested in, whether you want to make a podcast about books. If you're a book reader, you find book readers as well, come on your podcast and then talk about it. Anything you want to talk about, you just start by doing it. So everything goes. Last thing, any social media handles you want us to know? I have a couple. You can find me on YouTube at Ayuba Osei. That's AYIREBUAH Osei. And then on my Instagram, it's _Ayuba. And then Ayuba Speaks. Also, that's all my Instagram. And then on Twitter, you can find me at Lady Rebwa. Okay. These are my socials. Am I forgetting something? That my podcast is Ayuba Speaks ... literally. So,
okay.
That's it.
Okay. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. This is my first interview, so I'm very excited.
It doesn't seem like it was your first, but we'll go
I want to give us some shout outs, please.
No, feel free to shout out.
Okay.
Shout out to the fans.
Do I look here?
Yeah.
Okay. Shout outs to you, Mommy. I don't call you Mommy. Why am I saying that? Ma, Ivy, and Daddy. Shout outs to you for all your support. And my sisters, Nanama, Kia, Amelie, and my nephews, Jason and Darius, and my niece, Kosi, hi. And who else? Jama, hi. Tessie, hi. Maureen, hi. Selassie, hi. Maria, hi. My church, Christ Anglican Church, hi. And what else? Mount Grace University, hi. Kathleen, hi. Doris, hi. I feel like I'm forgetting something.
If you forget someone, it's
hey, Nana Kojo, hi. That's all. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Then you go and someone says you didn't give me a shout.
Alfonso, hi.
Sure.
Justice, hi.
It's everyone, hi.
Nobody else. Hi.
Okay, so it's been lovely speaking with you. Thank you for joining us. So this brings us to the end of our show. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this interview. We hope you really enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and also follow Ayuba on all her social media platforms. The links are in the description. It's been real. See you next time.